up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with yet one more video. Listen, I just saw this Abba and Preach video come across my timeline, so I thought, how about I react? He told his girlfriend she's getting very obese. Chaos ensues. Without further ado, let's get right in it.
Today's topic, I'm going to read to you guys a Facebook post I stumbled on. Yeah. And it's like part of this group. Okay, the name of the group is funny. I only joined it because I laugh at the things they post. But it's essentially like, men overestimate how valuable they are. That's the name of the group. I'm not kidding you not. So I had to click.
Man over.
I'm not making this up. That's literally the name.
Gonna be good.
No, it's actually even snarkier. It's like, men are confused about their market value. Something like that. I kid you not. So you know I joined it, right? It's got like 10,000 members. You know I'm going to join this, okay?
Okay.
So, but there is one post that I thought was interesting. And it said, "Hi all. The other day, my boyfriend told me that he isn't happy with my current weight and that he's struggling to be attracted to me. He said it nicely and didn't mean to hurt my feelings, but it really sucked to hear. I told my friends and they completely freaked out and told me to leave him. Do you guys agree? I love him so much, but I will be honest and say that I am terrified that no one would ever love me again if we broke up. What should I do? I'm trying to lose weight, but I really struggle." So there's two parts. There's what.
Just real quick before they get back into it. Number one, if she is posting that question on a site dedicated to bash dudes, to bash men, most likely she's not going to get an answer to help her into the future, because she's an echo chamber. She's in an echo chamber of women that are trying to make her feel good irrespective of the reality of the situation. She's now in that echo chamber posting, looking for help, so she's probably not going to get the best advice. Also, what I thought was interesting is she didn't say what her weight was at one point and then now what her weight is right now, of what it currently is, or why, like what the difference is, right? It's different if she gained 5 to 10 pounds versus like 80, 90 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So it would be interesting to understand what the difference is. But maybe they explain that later in the post, but let's keep going.
What she said, and then there's the reaction of the comments below and what their advice was. This is a tough one, but I personally could never be with someone who sees my weight as a deciding factor in whether or not they're attracted to me. What if you stay together long term and you get pregnant? Would he end up cheating? What?
What does the pregnancy have to do with, oh my God, that's what you call mental gymnastics. That's what you call pretzel logic, right? Like, how did you get from point A to point B? Because the logic, the analogy, it doesn't make sense. You've just set up what's defined as a straw man argument. I think what she's trying to do is relate gaining weight in a pregnancy with gaining weight normally, and if he acts like this with you gaining weight normally, then if you do it during the pregnancy, then all of a sudden he's gonna want to leave you. Whoa. Like I said, echo chamber, and a dirty echo chamber at that. Let's keep going.
See, main point I main show.
What?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I'm gonna read to you guys another one.
Yo.
I'm sorry, but I might hit him with I was hoping your member might get bigger.
Oh,
true
God.
or not, that is not okay to say to the woman you love. Really?
Sure.
Really? That's what we're doing? We're getting petty like this?
Get the fuck out of here. Take everything you own and get the fuck out.
You deserve to be loved in your current body in whatever version it evolves to from here. Yeah, love has nothing to do with physical attraction. Those are two separate things. You can be physically attracted to someone you love, and you can be not physically attracted to someone you love. But I think most of us want a relationship where we're physically attracted to our partner.
Just real quick, someone who loves you, that wants better for you, that wants the best for you, is someone who would sit you down in a conversation and tell you that things are kind of getting out of hand, right? Like, there seems to be, with that last comment, there seems to be an idea of like, well, he doesn't love you now because he's telling you this. No, maybe he does love you and wants to continue loving you, but physical attraction is probably high in a category of how he chooses to begin to continue to love you. And that physical attraction is going down because of where your weight is going. Okay. What they also said too is that they sat him down and had a nice conversation, right? Like it wasn't like a do this now or else, or gave like an ultimatum. That's not the way that she came across, but it's just super interesting to see the responses back. And fact of the matter is, I think that a lot of probably the women that are down in there might be overweight themselves, which adds to the degree of the triggerness, but I can't prove that. I don't know. Let's go on. Let's see what else they got.
Sit down and talk. He sounds immature.
They did.
He sounds immature.
Do people not realize how hard it is to go to someone you love and to tell them something that difficult? Do you not know how much you feel like garbage for having to say it? But it is the truth, and it doesn't change the fact it's hard. I guarantee this guy went through a lot of difficulty to say this stuff. That's why he was so nice about it, because he was trying to find the easiest way to tell you without hurting you as much. But he knows it's going to hurt anyways. So I'd tell him to f*** off. If he's the one and you were expected to spend your entire life together, then did he expect you to stay exactly the same forever? I think there's a big difference between gaining 10, 20 pounds and gaining almost 100 pounds. Large difference.
Large difference.
Facts.
You're stupid for that one. You're stupid.
No.
We went over
But it's like even emotional needs. There's plenty of times where women are talking about the fact that their significant other, their husbands, don't do certain things for them that they used to do. Don't we talk? No, how about that? Oh, he doesn't take me out like he used to. Oh, he doesn't. And what do these women say? I'm not getting what I need, so I need to talk to him about it. Right? That's the exact same thing he did.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know how...
Just real quick, let me touch on this as well, because I actually was thinking the way that they were thinking, but the 10, 20 pounds or, a couple of factors bigger than that, even at 10, 20 pounds, if you see changes beginning to happen within your significant other's body, I think even to bring it up in a conversation, and I say that because like within me, it just depends on your requirements, right? Or your expectations. I love to work out. I work out all the time, right? Generally what I look for in a significant other or right, like in a relationship type fashion is someone else that also likes to work out, right? And I think it's just a component within me that I like people that like to enjoy their physically fit bodies. You understand me? And if I see something happening that is different than what was happening before, I might be concerned. I also might be concerned from like a medical reason, right? If you start gaining weight but we have most of our meals together, right? But you start gaining weight, maybe there's something that's hormonally is changing with you. Maybe there's something going on with your endocrine system that's going around with you. So I may bring it up in a way to try to fix a problem before it really becomes a problem.
How YouTube treats us, okay?
Yeah.
So be sure to hit that like button because it helps us out with the algorithm.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Leave
Facts.
a little algorithm comment.
the
Let's
like
get
button.
it going. Let's get it
Say what's up
popping.
to the people.
If you like this sweater, we have it on our merchandise. I know a
Okay.
lot of you have been wanting to buy it.
Bang.
So go check the merchandise in the description below. Patreon for the podcast. Let's go. Let's get it. I see that 50% of you are watching but not subscribed.
Same thing on my channel.
Hit that bell button. Make sure you don't miss any of our daily videos.
Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling.
Ding,
Shing-a-ling.
ding, dong.
Demonetized.
Ding, a ding, ding, dong.
Hey.
Ding, ding, dong. Ring-a-ling-a-ding, ding, dong.
Shamalanga ding dong. Okay?
Whatever that
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
But yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan? M. Night Shyamalan ding dong?
Get the fuck out of here.
That's that Canadian humor.
Right, get the fuck out of here. You being attracted by someone else or someone being attracted by someone else is not something that necessarily control. Okay? He's being really honest with you about the situation. Does it feel shitty to hear? Absolutely. And you might be struggling with losing weight. It's hard to lose weight. Okay? It is. To certain people, it's very hard to lose weight. You can gain weight for different type of reason because you could gain weight because you hormones. You can gain weight because of what you eat. You can gain weight because of the pill. Yeah, that pill can get me. So it's like it's crazy to hear. It's up and it's gonna hurt your feelings. In a couple, you're supposed to communicate, and that was what he did. And he said it nicely. You said it yourself. He said it nicely. So you know he didn't say that to hurt you. He said that because that's what he feels. In a healthy couple, you should be talking about those things, and you should be talking about what you feel, whether you feel attracted or not. And it happens. In the course of time, it can happen. It can definitely happen. So ladies, sometimes the worst people you should ask advice to is your friends. Shut the f up. I got a problem with women or like talking about your relationship. If you got a problem with your relationship, you should talk to your partner about that. Don't talk to everybody.
Why is it a bad idea to go to your friends?
It's a bad idea because it's one-sided. and you're only going to talk about the bad side of things. So what happened is that when you come to us, your friends, okay, and you shit about your significant other and you stay there, the only thing we remember is you talking shit. We don't have the good things. We just hear you talking shit. So we ponder on the, why are you still there? Why are you still suffering this? And you said that previously. Whenever you tell a story, you always set it up as you being the hero. You being the, you know what I mean?
The good person.
The good person.
And keep it.
Let me talk on this real quick. They're going in right now. Let me talk on this. And this is why, like, what they're talking about, like your friends being an enabler to the behavior that you are doing. Listen, and this is why the argument is like, you know, do I have a good friend group? Do I ever need like a therapist? And I think that you do. And this is the reason why. I think perhaps you can use a third party arbitrator in the way that a situation has occurred to understand from an outside perspective, someone who's not invested into that particular situation and is paid to understand and diagnose the situation or whatever has happened in order to coach you into better thinking, more positive thinking, right? That'll get you to the end goal or whatever it is that you're trying to get towards. If you sit within an echo chamber, right? You sit within like-minded people that think in one particular way, you could be doing yourself a lot of disservice in achieving an outcome that you really desire. You understand what I'm saying? It seems like her outcome, what she's trying to do is just to be happy in a relationship, okay? And I understand it hurts. There's a degree of accountability in the, you know, your eating habits or your hormones changing that's causing you to gain weight. But there's a degree of accountability within that. And it sounds like that this significant other loves you enough to be able to state that. But then also, too, communicate back. Say, listen, you know, I'm having trouble in losing this weight. Can you go on this weight loss journey with me? And if that person has, you know, the aptitude and the time, maybe they'll be able to meet you like halfway. And y'all can go on a journey together in order to improve the situation. And if you're just in a space where you're getting feedback from very like-minded individuals, listen, this is why diversity is championed in companies so much. This is why there's been studies that shown that companies are whatever percentage greater in the projects or the products that they are producing when they're producing them from diverse teams, from diverse people with diverse perspectives. Why? Because they can punch holes into situations that the general minds of the team is not even thinking of. They're not even considering. How many times have we gone over in the past decade of companies that have come out with racially questionable material that you're just like, who have you had in the boardroom? Like, who was in the marketing department when you guys were creating this? Okay, really? You're gonna be that insensitive? All right, listen, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description box down below for the rest of Alba and Preach's videos, fantastic content creators, right? I'm a big fan of Alba and Preach. But one last point, okay? And I've said this on a multitude of my videos before in the past. Feedback is an absolute gift. Feedback is an absolute gift. As a person who is receiving of feedback, you have to create spaces where people feel comfortable enough to give you feedback. Now listen, not all feedback is going to be readily applicable, right? You have to say within yourself, is there anything within what they're telling me that they are benefiting from in me changing this component of my personality that is specific to them and not to me, right? Is there any component in the way that they are articulating this that it is more in lines with manipulation as opposed to feedback, genuine feedback to help improve myself, my life, okay, my lifespan, you know, things like that, things that can make me happier in my life. And so I say all that to say is that sometimes we have to humble ourselves, right? Sometimes we have to humble ourselves in order to be able to create a space where people can deliver us feedback. Because I'll tell you what will keep you back in life, one of the major things is not having a third-party perspective to help improve the things that you bring to the table. All right, listen, I'll leave a link to the video down in the description box down below. Go up there, show some love, support, respect. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to their channel. I appreciate what they're doing. That has been your video. I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I like reviewing their videos. I'm a make sure I return back and review to their content in the future as well. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.